Let me hit you with a truth that will shake your excuses. 1 hour. Just one focused, intentional hour a day can completely transform your life. You don't need to change your whole schedule. You don't need to quit your job, move across the world, or wait for some perfect opportunity. You need 1 hour, 60 minutes, and if you can't carve that out for your future, then you're not being honest about wanting it. Every person on this planet has 24 hours in a day. You, me, the most successful people in the world. We all start with the same amount of time. The difference isn't in time, the difference is in how you use it. 1 hour spent investing in yourself, building your mind, sharpening your body, feeding your soul, or executing on your dreams, is worth more than 10 hours wasted in distraction or hesitation. You've got to realize something. Your life doesn't change in years, it changes in moments, and one moment of deep commitment, stacked every single day for just 1 hour, can launch you into a life most people only fantasize about. But here's the secret. Consistency beats intensity. It's not about doing something massive once. It's about doing something meaningful, repeatedly, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's not exciting, even when no one's watching. Use that hour to become who you were born to be. Read the book, build the business, train the body, meditate, practice your craft, plan your next move. Stop letting your day control you. Own it. Wake up an hour earlier if you have to. Shut off the distractions. Tell yourself, this hour is mine. This hour is sacred. Because it's not just about what you do during that time. It's about who you become as a result of doing it. You don't need more time. You need more commitment, more discipline, more urgency. 1 hour of focus will give you clarity. 1 hour of action will build momentum. 1 hour of commitment will start the chain reaction that changes your identity. And once your identity shifts, your life will never be the same. Let's be brutally honest. Your life is not limited by time. It's limited by decisions. Every day you get 440 minutes. Every single one of them is a vote. A vote for your future or a vote for your excuses. And here's the truth. You're already using your time. The question is, what are you trading it for? People say, I don't have time to change my life. Really? But you've got time to scroll, binge, worry, overthink, and second guess yourself. Time's not the issue. Your priorities are. Because the people who succeed in business, in health, in love, they don't magically get more hours than you. They just make better decisions. They value their time differently. They guard it like a treasure because they know once it's gone forever. The real game changer is awareness. Most people are bleeding time through 1,000 small leaks. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, mindless habits, unconscious choices, and then they wonder why their dreams are still sitting on the shelf. You want to know why most people never experience true transformation. It's not because they don't have the time, it's because they don't take control of it. You have to start making conscious, powerful choices. You have to say, no more autopilot, no more wasting the most valuable resource I have. You have to track where your time actually goes. You'll be shocked, because when you see it clearly, when you realize you've been choosing comfort over growth, distraction over focus, reaction over intention, you're no longer a victim, you're the cause. And when you're the cause, you can change the effect. Here's what successful people do. They make time non-negotiable for the things that matter. They schedule greatness. They don't wait to feel like it. They create blocks in their day where they attack their goals, relentlessly, repeatedly, no matter what's going on around them. And that's where the breakthrough happens, not by chance, but by choice. Your life is the result of a series of decisions. And if you want a different result, make a different decision. Starting now, take 1 hour back, reclaim it, guard it, use it. That's how transformation begins, not with more time, but with better use of the time you already have. We've been sold a lie that success comes from one big moment, one massive push, one life-altering decision. But that's not how transformation works. It's not about a single explosion of motivation. It's about daily discipline. Let me be clear, anyone can be intense for a day. Anyone can show up once, hit the gym once, grind for a weekend, read half a book, or stick to a plan for a week. But that's not what changes your life. What changes your life is what you do repeatedly, not what you do occasionally. The people who are winning in life aren't the ones who had one good day. They're the ones who built a rhythm, a standard, a system they commit to no matter how they feel. They created momentum by doing the work every day, especially when it wasn't convenient or exciting. Because here's the truth, real growth isn't always loud. It's often quiet. It's the reps no one sees, the choices no one celebrates, the discipline no one claps for, but they compound, they build, they create a foundation that cannot be shaken. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your future. What you do for 1 hour a day may not seem like much at first, but give it 30 days, 60 days, 6 months, and it becomes your identity. That's how results are built, not by emotion, but by execution, not by hype, but by habits. Most people fall into a trap. They wait for inspiration to strike before they take action. But the pros, the leaders, the game changers, they act first, and the inspiration follows. Why? Because they understand that consistency generates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. You don't need to feel ready. You need to get moving, and once you're moving, you become unstoppable. Not because it's easy, but because it's automatic. Remember this, success isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. Every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results aren't immediate, because the small things, when done consistently, become the big things. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And consistency is the most powerful system you can build. You want to change your life? Then stop treating your most powerful hour like it's optional. That 1 hour, the one you promised would be for you, your growth, your future. It must be protected like your life depends on it. Because it does. That's not just time on a clock. That's your future unfolding. That's your edge. That's the hour that separates average from extraordinary. The world is full of distractions, people, notifications, noise, drama. Everyone wants a piece of you, but here's the truth. If you don't draw a line around that hour, if you don't guard it like something sacred, it will disappear. It will be swallowed by the urgent, the unimportant, and the never-ending demands of the day. And you'll keep telling yourself the same lie, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is built on what you protect today. Think of it like this. If someone tried to rob your house, you'd fight back, right? So why let the world rob your time without a fight? That hour is where your future is sculpted. It's where your breakthroughs happen. It's where you plant seeds that no one else sees, but that eventually produce results they can't ignore. You don't need hours of free time to change your life. You need 1 hour you refuse to negotiate. This is where discipline becomes sacred. This is where boundaries become non-negotiable. You've got to show up for that hour like it's an appointment with your future self. Because it is, and every time you keep that appointment, you're telling the universe, I'm serious, I'm ready, I'm building something real. And let me tell you, life responds to commitment. When you start honoring that hour, you send a signal. You're not available for mediocrity anymore. Make it a ritual. Make it untouchable. Turn off your phone. Shut the door. Get quiet. Get focused. That hour is your space to grow, to train, to write, to build, to reflect, to plan, to take action. You give that hour your all, and it will give you back more. More clarity, more momentum, more results than you ever imagined. When you treat that 1 hour as sacred, you begin to rewire who you are. Because in protecting that hour, you're not just changing your schedule, you're changing your standards, and when your standards rise, your entire life rises with them. Let me tell you something most people miss. Progress is power. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to move, because the moment you start making real progress, even in small ways, your entire psychology starts to shift. Progress creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. It wakes something up inside of you that says, I'm doing it. I'm becoming something more. That's how you ignite your fire. By stacking wins, we all crave growth. We all want to feel like we're evolving, expanding, becoming something greater. And the beautiful truth is, every time you commit to that one powerful hour, every time you keep the promise you made to yourself, you build evidence. Evidence that you are no longer the person who quits, no longer the person who procrastinates, no longer the person who settles. You are becoming the person who executes, the person who finishes, the person who wins. Progress doesn't just change your results, it changes your identity, and that's the ultimate game, because once you start seeing yourself as someone who follows through, who grows daily, who takes massive action, you'll start making decisions that align with that new version of you. And suddenly, your goals aren't something you just wish for. They become inevitable because your actions now match your vision. Most people wait for motivation to take action, but motivation is the byproduct of action. When you move, when you create, when you start stacking small victories, you generate energy, you build confidence, and confidence compounds. The more you see yourself growing, the more unstoppable you become. You don't need to take a giant leap. You just need to keep taking the next step, the next rep, the next hour, and trust that each step is carving out a stronger, bolder, more capable version of you. You want motivation. Don't wait for it. Create it. You want confidence. Don't hope for it. Earn it through progress. And every time you honor that 1 hour, you're not just working on a project. You're working on yourself. You're building momentum. You're transforming belief into certainty. And once you believe at that level, there is no going back. Everyone talks about change like it's some future event. Like one day it's just going to show up at your door, knock politely, and hand you the life you've been dreaming of. But that's not how it works. Change doesn't come to you. You create it, and you create it through daily, non-negotiable action. Not once a week, not when it's convenient, every single day. The biggest lie we've been sold is that motivation leads to action. But the truth is, action leads to motivation. Action builds clarity. Action builds certainty. Action builds power. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move. The more consistently you act, the more you rewire your nervous system to expect progress. And when progress becomes your new normal, change isn't some far-off concept. It's a daily reality. Non-negotiable means exactly what it sounds like. No matter what's happening around you, no matter how you feel, you show up. It means your goals are not optional. Your growth is not up for debate. You've decided that this hour, this action, this commitment, it happens no matter what. And when you live with that level of certainty, the universe responds. Opportunities show up. People start paying attention, and most importantly, you start trusting yourself. The most successful people don't do what they feel like. They do what they've committed to, and that's where true freedom is born, not in reacting to your emotions, but in leading your life with intention and discipline. You've got to install the habit of showing up for your future, one action at a time, 1 hour at a time. And the more you keep those promises to yourself, the more you shift your identity from I hope to I am. Every day you take action, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. You're saying, I don't just wish for change, I am the change. That's how you escape the trap of excuses, fear, and delay. You rise above the noise and claim your power through consistent action. So don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for external validation. Take control of your hour. Make it sacred. Make it non-negotiable, and watch how fast your life begins to transform.